Aaron.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say it the first time I said Aaron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron?
You done messed up, Aaron!
Welcome back, everybody. Hope everyone had a fantastic Monday. It's been a long, busy day for me, but you guys know I can't let a day go by without at least uploading one video, and we do have a juicy one this evening. Somebody done messed up over in Scientology land in Hungary. 11 Scientologists have been indicted for tax fraud, tax evasion. I could not find any actual news coverage from any of the world's media, media outside of the U.S. covering this. But Peter Bonyai, a former Sea Org member, wrote up an article about what's going on over there that was published on the Underground Bunker blog. So let's take a look at that. Headline is Hungary's investigation of Scientology results in indictments of 11 for tax fraud. This is pretty incredible. So let's see what Peter had to say. As part of a 2017 police raid, the National Tax and Customs Administration, i.e. the Hungarian IRS, seized a large amount of documents as part of an investigation into Scientology. Scientology is registered in Hungary as a religious association and chose not to adopt value-added tax. This means they do not charge VAT, i.e. sales tax, but they can't reclaim it either. The problem is if you're providing business services and you're engaged in commercial operations, you can only do that if your annual income is a maximum of $34,000 USD. Scientology in Hungary claims that all they do is for the public benefit, that they are selling religious services and artifacts, so therefore this does not apply to them. The Hungarian tax office launched an extensive investigation, looked into their books, interviewed suspects and witnesses, etc., and determined that Scientology operations were commercial in nature. They calculated a sum of 1.7 million in US dollars in tax debt, which is basically the sum of all the VAT they did not charge for the purification rundown, courses, auditing books, e-meters, etc., for fiscal years between 2012 and 2017. 11 executives and treasury personnel of the Church of Scientology Budapest have now been charged with 1.7 million US dollars of tax evasion, VAT fraud, committed in a criminal conspiracy. The prosecutor is asking for actual prison time to be served and appropriate fines. According to the investigation, the Scientologists fraudulently and knowingly reported fees paid as part of business transactions as tax-free charitable donations in order to avoid taxes. So the tax authority considers this a knowingly committed tax fraud executed by the defendants as part of a criminal conspiracy. There's no statement from the church yet, but the apologist journal, Bitter Winter, perhaps anticipating today's news, in October criticized the Hungarian government for investigating the Scientologists. Quote, tax laws were weaponized to discriminate against religious and spiritual minorities and violate internationally recognized freedom of religion or belief principles, the journal complained. Interesting. Very interesting. Criminal indictments where prosecutors are asking for actual prison time, it doesn't get a whole lot worse than that when it comes to actions levied against I want to say the mother church, the Church of Scientology International. I mean, now I realize they're specifically charging individual Scientologists and the organization in Budapest. I don't actually claim to understand really how European organizations, like in the United States, each Scientology organization is its own independently registered corporation. And I know that those organizations are licensed by the mother church, Church of Scientology International. To the best of my knowledge, it's the exact same setup for the European orgs, but I feel like this might be a situation where I might not know what I don't know. Like, is it one of these things where if they find that the basically the corporate officers of the Church of Scientology in Budapest are responsible for this crime, does that in any way involve continental management in Denmark, Europe? Does it involve middle management? Does it involve at all international management, the Church of Scientology International? I'm not sure. But it would be very helpful to understand that better. Anyway, I just wanted to at least bring you guys what was reported on this so far from Peter Bonyai. And actually, Peter, if you're watching, I think if you want to come on the channel and discuss this with me live on video or, pre-recorded on video, happy to do so. I don't think we've ever been in touch. So I'll see if I can find your phone number, find your email address, find you on Facebook or something. But yeah, I was shocked to see not a single mention of this in anywhere else other than what Peter had written up on this that was published on the Underground Bunker blog. It's crazy. Crazy. All right, let's see. I think there's one other short video I'm going to do this evening and then call it a wrap. But let's see. A comment from D. Mill. Do you think Scientology will ever lose their tax-exempt status in the USA? Technically, they are using tax dollars to stalk people and slanderous websites. D. Mill, I do personally believe, absolutely, that Scientology will lose its tax-exempt status in the US. I believe that without any reservation. I cannot say as confidently how quickly I think that would happen. Even lawsuits can drag out for 8 or 9 years. Could it take 15 years? Could it take 20 years? Conceivably, it could. I do believe that Scientology will lose its tax-exempt status, not for things like using tax-exempt money to hire PIs and create slanderous websites. I think they will end up using their tax-exempt status for financial, like actual financial crimes, bank fraud, credit card fraud, wire fraud, identity theft. Hundreds of millions of dollars were fraudulently raised by Scientology fundraisers, registrars over a multi-year period, not only in Los Angeles, but in pretty much every city in the world where there is a Scientology organization. Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars were raised this way. These financial crimes are the kind of things that federal investigators can really sink their teeth into because it doesn't require interpreting any religious scripture. It doesn't, there's no protection. There's no religious freedom protections for things like identity theft and credit card fraud and wire fraud. And I do think these type of financial crimes will be able to be prosecuted under RICO statutes and will be able to involve very senior Scientology international managers, if not David Miscavige himself. Who knows? Who really knows how these things go? But I truly, truly believe that that will be one of the major things that results in Scientology losing its tax-exempt status. And when someone at the IRS, when the IRS does finally look back at reviewing this status, I think the way Scientology went about getting its tax-exempt status back in 1993 by intimidating and harassing hundreds of individual IRS agents, I personally believe that that will be considered. But who knows, guys? What do I know? I grew up in a culture, guys, Lori plays. Lori, today is my birthday, so you get some money. Thanks for the presents you give us all year long. Lori, I had no idea. I haven't been paying attention today. I haven't been paying attention to the moderator chat either. So sorry for that, guys. But very happy birthday to you, Lori. You do an awesome job, and it's always great to see you here. Okay, let's see. All right, yeah, that's all we got on this. Stay tuned. I am going to do one other quick video, and then we're going to call it a night. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out with me very briefly. Thank you, as always, to everyone who watches until the very end, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here.